Hey guys, it's Torton from an Effective Hat, and today we're going to be doing a Computercraft tutorial. I know it's been a long time since I've made one of these, so I'm going to start all the way from the beginning, okay? Right, with just getting straight into basic command line commands. And yeah, and eventually by the end of this tutorial series, you'll be able to make remote-controlled mind tools. Think of that. It's kind of awesome. So yeah, let's dive right in. So this is just a basic computer block. Nothing special going on here. So when you just see this, you might be a little bit petrified by there's just a blinking. What is it doing? So I'm here to help you. So the first thing to understand is how the computer works. So the computer works with files and folders, just the way that your computer does, except that they're navigated through text commands, not through a visual interface. So the way that you can see all the files or folders in the current folder that you're in is you type ls, and you can see disk, which is over here, and ROM, which stands for read-only memory, which is files that you can't delete, but you can look at them. You can't edit them either. So let's go into the ROM file, into the ROM folder. So the way you enter a folder is you type cd or change directory. These are also called directories. And I'm going to type in ROM. Now I'm going to type ls, and we're going to see is APIs, help, programs, and startup. Let's go into APIs. But what if now I decided I don't really want to be here. I want to be back at the very top at the root directory. The root directory is just the very top of everything on any computer. The very the folder that all folders are inside of. So the way to just go up one step from ROM/APIs to just ROM would be to type cd change directory ... As you can see, we're now in the ROM folder. So what if I was in tons and tons of folders? I didn't want to type cd ... all the time. Well, you can actually do this. If you type cd/, it'll take you all the way back up to the top. And let's say I'm in my disk. So I'm just going to type cd disk. And I want to get to ROM/APIs, but I don't want to go up and then down again in like 4 steps. So you can actually just type cd/ROM/APIs, and it brings you all the way to APIs. The way this works is that the first slash signifies that you're going from your root directory, the top of the computer. Then this is the folder, and then another slash, and then the other folder. So the computer knows, oh, he wants to go from the very top to APIs. So also, if I'm at the very top, cd/, if I'm at my root directory, I can actually just type cd ROM/APIs, and I'll be in it also because I didn't have to specify that I was at the root because I was already there. So let's get into creating a file and then moving it around. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a directory called computer. The way you do this is type mkdir or make directory, and I'm going to call this computer. And I'm going to hit enter, and then if I type ls, you can see there's now a directory called computer. If I go into it by just typing cd computer, you can see that there's, and then ls, you can see that there's nothing in it yet, but we're going to change that. So the way to create a basic file is just by typing edit and then the file name. I'm just going to call this file test. So there's nothing in test right now, but as you can see, you're no longer in your command line. When you press control, when you just tap it, don't hold it down, you see these 3 options to print it, exit, and save. Tap it again, they go away. So I'm just going to put some random stuff in here, and I'm going to save it. So just hit control, enter, and then I save it, and then arrow key, exit. So if I type ls now, you can see there's a folder, there's a file called test. So let's say I want to move that file up to the root, or I wanted to copy it to the disk. Let's do that. So I would type cp for copy, and I want to copy test to /disk. So the first arguments are sort of things that you put into the command line separated by spaces. So the first argument is test, and the second one is /disk. So you can also copy entire directories, but I just wanted to copy that. So as you can see, if I enter and then I cd /, oh, I didn't put a space there, so it's not understanding. So then I go into disk, and I hit ls. You can see now I have my test. So what if I want to move it off of there and not keep a copy there, and not then have to remove it using the rm command? Rm just stands for remove test, and it would remove the test, but we don't want to do that. We just want to move it back toward the root directory of our computer. So you can actually just use a really simple command called move, or mv. So I can move test to /, and then as you can see, ls, there's nothing here. So if I go into my root, check what's in there, test. So I hope you guys learned something from this episode. Much more to come in the future. And yeah, use your knowledge for good or evil, depending on who you are. So yeah, have fun.